Hi everyone, my name is Sari, and I thought I would start this channel to talk about my life and where I'm at and where I want to go. And then I immediately thought to myself after that, your life isn't even interesting to you. I don't know why you think it's going to be interesting to strangers on the internet. But here we are, and I guess, if nothing else, this is a way for me to sort of process everything that's going on in my life, which is to say, not that much. So I'm in a place of a sort of weird discontentment, which is interesting because I have a lot in my life to be thankful for. I have a really good life. I have a lot to be content with. But I'm not. And it's interesting because it's, in a way, I feel selfish. Because I have this job that doesn't leave me feeling fulfilled. But that's sort of weird because it's exactly the job that I said I wanted. I'm doing exactly what I wanted to do with my life. But I still feel this sense of something missing. So I have a great job that pays me really well. I have an amazing relationship. I have a nice place to live. I don't own it, but I live in it, and it's nice. I live in a nice city. We can talk about the weather. We will talk about the weather. Especially once we get on towards winter. But on paper, I have nothing to complain about. And yet something in my life is missing. I don't have fulfillment. And I was trying to find fulfillment in a lot of ways, and many of them involved buying things. And that's led to an even bigger problem, really, because now I have too many things and I don't want them. And now I feel, one, guilty because I have all these things and I spend money on things. I spend money that I have. It's not money that I don't have, but I still don't need to buy things. And I definitely don't need to buy things in order to feel fulfilled. And it turns out that you do feel fulfilled. And I own a lot of really cool shoes, and that makes me feel cool. Just gonna say it. I own a lot of really cool clothes. That makes me feel cool. But I've also reached a point where I look around and I think, why do I have all this stuff? And I don't want to have all this stuff. I want to have a pared down life with things I enjoy. And so it's this weird process of trying to find fulfillment and enjoyment in the life you have while also feeling this sense of discontent in the life that you have. And I'm trying to figure that out. So I'm hoping you'll all come on that journey with me. I'm hoping we'll get somewhere at the end of the journey. I don't know where that is because I don't even know what I want. I don't know what I want to do. I don't know what I want my life to look like. I don't know what I want it to be. I know that I don't want it to be this forever. That's where we're starting. I have come to the conclusion that I don't want to look back in 5 years or 10 years or 30 years and realize that this is as good as it got. I mean, if this is as good as it got, it's a lot better than a lot of people have. But I'm the sort of person who has spent their whole life trying to move forward, trying to be better, trying to be a better version of themselves. And I've faced a lot of adversity and I've faced a lot of struggles, but I'm stubborn and I'm determined and I am fierce and I'm a fighter. And I think that I could say, great, you fought hard, you got here, this is where you are, This is a great place to be. It's not a terrible place to be at all. But I can't actually imagine living life without thinking to myself, how can I be better? It's not that I can't imagine a life of contentment. I have a life of contentment. But I can't imagine what I would do with myself if I got complacent and said, well, this is pretty good. Let's stop here. When I'm only hopefully not even halfway through my life. Maybe halfway. I don't know. Halfway's maybe okay. But, yeah. So I got to figure out what I want in order to figure out where I want to go. And you got to figure out where I want to go in order to figure out how to get there. So I'm going to just spend a lot of time talking to the camera while I sort out my problems, I guess. And I'm going to take you all on some adventures, and I'm going to try to find joy in my life and find contentment and have experiences and have adventures, however big or however small. And we're going to go. And I want to preface this also by saying I applied for a job I can do, a job I'm confident that I can do. It's with the same place that I work for. And I was reading the qualifications for this job and I thought, man, this is everything I do. Everything on this list, like, check the boxes. This is my job now, but this one's different. I mean, it pays more, which is good. I already established I don't need more money, but I'm not going to turn it down. And it's not here. It's terrifying, actually. It's in Los Angeles, which is not a place I ever thought that I would live. It's not a place I am even confident at this point that I want to live. It's so big. And I've had opportunities to live in big cities before. I've had opportunities to live in Chicago, and I didn't do that because I didn't want to live in a city like that. And Chicago is so much more familiar and friendly to me than Los Angeles. And just because LA is so big and it's so different and it's so new, and the traffic and the driving, and I am absolutely terrified of driving. We'll get that out of the way right now. I have a lot of anxiety and I basically don't do it for a lot of reasons. So LA is a terrifying place to think about living, but I'm pushing myself. I recommend y'all watch some other videos if you don't already. Yes Fam, so the Yes Theory channel. They've got a lot of great content, and they're amazing people who actually happen to live in Los Angeles. But one of the big things that they say, and that I say, I mean, there's a whole clothing line, you'll see some of it, I promise, is seek discomfort, right? The best things in life are on the other side of your comfort zone. And I believe that, and I have to challenge myself because it's really easy to stay here where it's small, because that's what I've done for so long. Stayed where it was comforting and familiar, and it's time now to start living, get a little bit afraid, and if you want something to change, you gotta dream big and you gotta make big decisions and you got to do big things. And so here's me attempting to do big things. Big, audacious, terrifying things. And I might hate it. Who knows? I might hate it. But if I want to get anywhere in life, I'm not going to get there by standing still. And one of my supervisors at work always says, nothing worth doing comes easy. So that's what we're doing here. We're going to try to figure out what I want in life. We're going to try to figure out where we're going. We're going to try to figure out how to get there. And we're going to push ourselves and we're going to say, you know what? I don't want to do that, but it's good for me. So I'm going to do it. I mean, I'm not just going to do things. Like, let me tell you, I'm not the sort of person that can live my life saying, I don't want to do that, but I'll do it anyway. About everything. There are many things that I do say that. There are many days that I write. I'm a writer. And there are a lot of days, friends, that I don't want to do it. I don't want to do it. Because it's always easier to sit on the sofa and watch Netflix. That's always going to be easier and probably more fun. But you got to push through. And I do it. I write because I want to finish stuff. I want to finish these stories that are in my head. And it's always going to be easier to do something else. And there are times and there are places where you can give yourself permission. As I say, give yourself permission to not. That's valid. But you have to accept that sometimes you just got to do stuff you don't want to do. And so that's what this channel is going to be about. These videos, they're going to be about me doing some stuff that might have been uncomfortable. They're going to be about me doing some stuff I totally wanted to do. They're going to be about the mundane, boring BS of my life. They're going to be all open and honest videos about me buying stuff. Let's be real. And also, hopefully, me getting rid of stuff. And hopefully, just me opening up to all of you and saying, look at how much stuff I own. And I have shame about it. And I have guilt about it. But I'm going to try to fix my life. And I'm going to do it by talking to a camera. So, welcome to the journey. Let's try to enjoy the ride to wherever we're going.